Have you ever listened to English and understood many words, but still felt that you didn't understand the whole story? Don't worry. This time, you don't need a grammar book. You don't need to translate every sentence. Just listen. The English in this story is simple. The words are easy. The sentences are clear. And if you don't understand every word, that's okay. Keep listening. Your brain will slowly connect the words with the meaning. By the end of this story, you may understand more English than you expect. So put on your headphones, relax, and let the story begin. Emma was 20 years old. She lived with her mother in a small, quiet town. Her life was simple. She worked at a little bookstore near the town center. She liked her job. She liked the smell of old books. She liked the quiet sound of people turning pages. And most of all, she liked coming home in the evening because her home was warm, her mother was there, and everything felt safe. But one evening, something strange happened. Emma came home later than usual. It was almost 9 o'clock. The street was quiet. The shops were closed, and a cold wind was moving through the trees. Emma walked toward her front door. She reached into her bag for her keys. But before she could open the door, she noticed something on the floor, a small white envelope. It was lying right in front of her door. Emma stopped. She looked around. Nobody was there. She looked at the street. It was completely empty. She slowly picked up the envelope. Her name was written on it. Emma. Nothing else. No address, no name of the sender. Just her name. Emma felt a strange feeling in her chest. She looked at the envelope again. Then she opened the door. "Mom, I'm home." Her mother answered from the kitchen. "You're late tonight." Emma walked inside. She put her bag on the chair. Then she held up the envelope. "Mom, this was outside the door." Her mother looked at it, and suddenly, she became very quiet. Emma noticed the change in her face. What happened? Her mother didn't answer. She simply looked at the envelope. Then she looked at Emma. "Where did you find that?" "Outside our door," Emma said. Her mother slowly sat down. For a few seconds, she didn't say anything. Emma became worried. "Mom, what's wrong?" Her mother looked at the envelope again. Then she whispered, "You should not have received this." Emma felt confused. Why? Who sent it? Her mother stood up, took the envelope from Emma's hand, and said, "Go to your room." Emma stared at her. "But Mom, please." "Just go." Her voice was quiet, but serious. Emma slowly walked toward her room. She closed the door, but she didn't sit down. She stood there, thinking about her mother's face. She had never seen her mother look so afraid. After a few minutes, Emma heard the front door open, then close. She quickly walked to the window. Her mother was standing outside, looking down the street. Emma watched her carefully. Her mother looked left, then right, as if she was waiting for someone, or maybe trying to make sure nobody was following her. Emma stepped away from the window. Her heart was beating faster now. She wanted to know what was inside that envelope. She waited for several minutes. Then she heard her mother return. The house became quiet again. Emma slowly opened her bedroom door. She walked into the hallway. Her mother was not there. Emma went to the kitchen. The envelope was lying on the table. Her mother had left it there. Emma picked it up. She knew she shouldn't open it, but something inside her told her she needed to know the truth. She carefully opened the envelope. There was only one sheet of paper inside. Emma unfolded it. At first, she saw only one sentence. Her hands became cold. She read it again. "If you are reading this, I am already gone." Emma stopped breathing for a moment. She read the sentence again. Then she looked at the door. Someone had sent this letter to her. Someone who knew her name. Someone who knew where she lived. But who? Emma turned the paper over. There was another sentence on the back, and this time she knew the name. The name was one she had not heard for many years. It was the name of the man her mother had told her was dead. Emma looked at the name again. Daniel. Her father's name. For 20 years, she had believed that name belonged to a man who was no longer alive. Her mother had told her the same story many times. Daniel died when Emma was very young. He had been sick. He had tried to fight the illness, but in the end, he was gone. Emma had never questioned it. She was too young to remember him. She only knew him through a few old photographs. A quiet man with dark hair, a gentle smile, and kind eyes. But now, his name was on a letter that had arrived at her home, on a night when nobody was supposed to know anything. Emma sat down slowly. She read the first sentence again. "If you are reading this, I am already gone." Her hands were still shaking. She looked toward the kitchen door. She expected her mother to come back. She expected her to take the letter away. But the house was silent. Emma folded the paper, then opened it again. There was something else written below Daniel's name, a small date. It was from 10 years ago. Emma stared at it. 10 years. That was impossible. If Daniel had been dead for so long, why had someone sent this letter now? She turned the paper over again. At the bottom, there were 3 more words. "Don't trust the story." Emma read them slowly. "Don't trust the story." She whispered the words to herself. What story? She stood up and suddenly heard a sound, a soft sound, coming from outside. Someone was walking near the front door. Emma froze. She didn't move. The footsteps stopped. For a few seconds, there was complete silence. Then came a quiet knock. Emma's heart jumped. She quickly put the letter inside her pocket. She walked toward the door. But before she could reach it, her mother appeared from the hallway. "Don't open it." Her voice was almost a whisper. Emma looked at her. "Mom, who is it?" Her mother didn't answer. She walked toward the window and looked outside. Her face became pale. Emma moved closer. "What is it?" her mother finally said. "Nobody. Just stay away from the door." Emma looked at her mother, then at the door. Another knock came. This time, it was slower. 3 quiet knocks. Knock, knock, knock. Emma felt a strange fear, but she also felt something else. Curiosity. She wanted to know who was standing outside. Her mother walked closer to the door. She looked through the small glass window, then stepped back immediately. Emma noticed it. Who was it? Her mother closed her eyes and said softly, "I don't know." Emma knew she was lying. She had seen her mother's face. She knew that look. Her mother was afraid of someone she recognized. The person outside knocked again. Then a man's voice came through the door. "I know you're inside." Emma looked at her mother. Her mother didn't move. The man continued. "I only want to talk." Emma's mother whispered, "Don't say anything. Don't make a sound." Emma stood completely still. She could hear her own breathing. The man waited for a few seconds. Then he said something that made Emma's heart stop. "Emma, I know you're there." She looked at her mother in shock. How does he know my name? Her mother didn't answer. The man continued. "Your father left something for you." Emma took a step back. Her mind went completely blank. Her father. The man outside knew about Daniel. He knew Emma. And somehow, he knew about the letter. Emma looked at her mother. What did he mean? What did Dad leave for me? Her mother finally turned around. Tears were in her eyes. She looked tired, almost broken. And for the first time, Emma saw that her mother was afraid. Not for herself, but for her daughter. She whispered, "Your father is not dead." Emma couldn't move. For 20 years, she had believed that her father was gone. Now, in only a few seconds, everything had changed. She looked at her mother, then at the door, then back at her mother. "What did you say?" Her mother took a slow breath. "Daniel is alive." Emma felt the room spinning around her. She wanted to ask 100 questions, but only one came out. "Where is he?" Her mother looked down. "I don't know." Emma stared at her. "You said he was dead." "I know," her mother whispered. "I know what I said." "Then why did you lie to me?" Her mother began to cry. "Because I was trying to protect you." Emma looked at the door, then at the letter in her hand. Someone outside knew her name. Someone knew about her father. And now, she knew that her mother had been hiding the truth for 20 years. She took a slow breath, then asked, "Mom, what happened to Dad?" Her mother looked at her and said, "If you really want to know the truth, you have to listen to me carefully." Her mother looked at her, and for a moment, she said nothing. Then she slowly sat down at the kitchen table. Emma sat across from her. The letter was still in her hand. She wanted answers. She wanted to know why her mother had lied to her for so many years. Her mother took a deep breath. "Your father left us when you were very young." Emma looked surprised. "You said he died." "I know." Her mother looked down. "I was afraid that if I told you the truth, you would try to find him." "Why didn't you want me to find him?" "Because it was not safe." Emma became quiet. She looked at the old photograph on the wall. It was the same photograph she had seen many times as a child. Her father was standing beside her mother, and a very small Emma was sitting in his arms. She had always thought it was a happy picture. Now, it felt different. "What happened to him?" Emma asked. Her mother looked toward the window. "Your father worked for a company in another city. One day, he found something that he was never supposed to find." "What did he find?" "I don't know everything, but I know that some people wanted him to stay silent." Emma looked at the letter. "And he disappeared?" Her mother nodded. "Yes. One night, he left the house. He told me he would come back, but he never did." Emma's voice became softer. "Then why did you tell me he was dead?" "Because I was scared. I thought that if people believed he was dead, they would stop looking for him." Emma didn't know what to say. For years, she had been angry with a dead man. Now, she wasn't even sure if he was dead. Suddenly, she remembered the man outside the door. "Mom, who was that man?" Her mother looked at her. "I don't know, but he is not the first person who has asked about your father." Emma felt a cold feeling in her chest. "Then why did he come here tonight?" Her mother didn't answer immediately. She walked to the old cupboard in the hallway. Emma followed her. Her mother moved an old chair, then touched the wooden wall behind it. There was a small click. A narrow door opened. Emma stared at it. "I never knew this was here." Her mother gave a weak smile. "Most people don't." She reached inside and pulled out a small wooden box. It was covered with dust. She placed it on the table. "Your father left this for you." Emma looked at the box. "When?" "A long time ago. He told me to keep it safe until you were old enough to understand." Emma slowly touched the lid. "What is inside?" "I don't know. Your father never told me." Emma looked at her mother, then at the box. She could feel her hands shaking again. Her mother stood up. "You should open it alone." "Why?" "Because after you see what is inside, you may have questions that I cannot answer." Emma looked at her. "I already have questions." Her mother walked away. Emma stayed at the table. The house was completely quiet. She looked at the box for a long time. Then she opened it. Inside, there was an old photograph, a small key, and another envelope. Emma picked up the photograph first. It showed her father standing beside a train. He looked younger than she remembered. On the back of the photograph, there was a date and a place. Emma read it slowly. Then she picked up the key. It was small, silver, and very old. Finally, she picked up the envelope. Her name was written on it. Emma. This time, she knew the handwriting. It was her father's. Her heart started beating faster. She opened the envelope carefully. There was only one page inside. "Emma, if you found this letter, then your mother finally told you the truth." Emma stopped. She read the next line. "I don't know where I will be when you read this, but I need you to know one thing. I never left because I wanted to leave you." Emma's eyes filled with tears. She continued reading. "I left because I believed it was the only way to keep you safe." Emma looked toward the hallway. "Mom," she called softly, but there was no answer. She looked back at the letter. The last sentence was written at the bottom. "If you want to find me, go to the place where we said goodbye." Emma read it twice. She didn't remember saying goodbye to her father. She had been too young. But the photograph had given her one clue: the train. She looked at the date on the photograph again, then at the small silver key. Suddenly, she understood something. Her father had not left her a simple memory. He had left her a way to find him. And somewhere in the town, there was a place where they had said goodbye. Emma stood up. She took the photograph, the key, and the letter. Then she walked toward her mother. She was ready to ask one final question. "Where did Dad and I say goodbye?" Her mother looked at the photograph. Her face changed, and she whispered, "The old train station." Emma looked at her mother. The old train station. She had heard about it many times. It stood at the edge of town, almost forgotten. Trains still passed through, but very few people stopped there anymore. Emma looked at the photograph again. Her father was standing beside a train. And now, she understood why he had kept it. This was not just a photograph. It was a clue. "When did you go there with Dad?" Emma asked. Her mother looked away. "You were very young. You probably don't remember. But I do." Emma waited. Her mother took a slow breath. "It was raining that day. Your father was leaving town. He told me he would come back soon, but something happened." "What happened?" "I never found out. He gave me one last message. He told me to take you home, and then he left." Emma looked at the small silver key in her hand. "Did he give you this key?" Her mother shook her head. "No, he gave it to you." Emma looked surprised. "But I was a child. Why would he give me a key?" "Maybe because he knew that one day you would understand." Emma didn't know what to say. She put the key in her pocket, then picked up her coat. "I'm going to the station." Her mother stood up quickly. "No!" Emma stopped. "Why not?" "Because it is late, and you don't know what you may find there." Emma looked at her mother. "I have spent 20 years believing that my father was dead. Now I know he may still be alive. I can't stay here and do nothing." Her mother looked at her for a long moment. Then she slowly nodded. "Be careful." Emma opened the door. The night air was cold. She walked through the quiet streets. The town looked different now. Every shadow made her look twice. Every sound made her heart beat faster. After 20 minutes, she finally saw the old train station. It was smaller than she expected. A single yellow light was shining above the entrance. Emma walked inside. The station was almost empty. There was an old man sitting behind a small desk. He looked up. "Can I help you?" Emma took out the photograph. "I'm looking for this place." The old man looked at it carefully, then looked at Emma. "Where did you get this?" "It belonged to my father." The old man became quiet. "What was his name?" "Daniel." The old man slowly stood up. "Daniel. I remember him." Emma felt her heart beat faster. "You knew him?" "Yes, a long time ago. He used to come here often." "Did he leave anything for me?" The old man looked toward the end of the station, then said, "Maybe." Emma followed his eyes. There was an old wooden door. Behind it, a narrow hallway led toward the platforms. The old man walked to the door, then stopped. "Your father asked me to keep something safe. He told me that one day his daughter might come looking for it." Emma could hardly believe what she was hearing. "You mean me?" The old man nodded. "I believe so." He reached into his pocket and took out a small key. Emma looked at it, then looked at the key in her own hand. They were exactly the same. She slowly took out her key. The old man stared at it, then smiled sadly. "He gave you the first one," Emma whispered. "Yes, and he kept the second one." The old man opened the wooden door. Inside was a small room. There was almost nothing there, just an old chair, a wooden table, and a locked metal box. Emma walked closer. She looked at the lock, then at the key in her hand. Her hands began to shake. The old man stepped back. "This is yours." Emma put the key into the lock. For a moment, nothing happened. Then she turned it slowly. Click. The box opened. Inside was a small notebook, a photograph, and one final letter. Emma picked up the photograph first. It showed her father. But this time, he was not alone. He was standing beside a woman. Emma looked at the woman carefully. She knew that face. It was her mother. But there was something strange. The photograph had been taken only 3 years ago. Emma's heart stopped. Her father was not only alive, her mother had seen him. Recently. She picked up the letter. Her father's handwriting was clear. "Emma, if you found this box, then you are finally ready to know everything." Emma took a deep breath. She continued reading. "I have been close to you for a long time. I saw you grow up. I saw your first day at school. I saw you get your first job. I wanted to come home, many times, but I couldn't. I had to stay away, because the people who wanted me gone were still looking for me." Emma's eyes filled with tears. Then she read the last part. "I never stopped loving you, and I never stopped hoping that one day you would find me." Emma looked at the photograph again. Her father was alive, somewhere, and now she had one final question. Where was he now? The old man was still standing near the door. Emma looked at him. "Do you know where my father is?" The old man nodded slowly. "He left this morning." Emma's heart jumped. "Where did he go?" The old man pointed toward the platform. "He took the morning train. He left one message for you." Emma looked at him. "What message?" The old man smiled gently. He said, "Tell my daughter, I am still waiting." Emma stood completely still. For the first time in 20 years, she felt that her father was not a memory anymore. He was somewhere ahead of her, and she knew she had to find him. Emma stood on the platform. She looked at the empty tracks. The morning train was already gone. For a few seconds, she didn't know what to do. She had spent the whole night searching for answers, and now she finally knew the truth. Her father was alive. He had been close to her. He had watched her grow up, and all these years she had believed that he was gone. The old man came closer. "There's something else. Your father asked me to give you this." He handed Emma a small piece of paper. Emma opened it slowly. There was an address written on it. She looked at the address, then smiled through her tears. She knew the place. It was a small house near the lake, a place she had visited many times as a child. She looked at the old man. "Is he there?" The old man smiled. "I think you already know." Emma thanked him. Then she walked out of the station. The sun was beginning to rise. The cold night was slowly becoming a beautiful morning. Emma walked toward the lake. Her heart was beating fast. She was nervous. She was afraid. But she was also happy. After a long walk, she finally saw the small house. The door was closed. Emma stopped outside. For a moment, she didn't know if she was ready. Then she took a deep breath and knocked. Nothing happened. She knocked again. This time, she heard footsteps. Slowly, the door opened. Emma looked up. A man was standing there. His hair was different. His face was older. But his eyes were the same kind eyes she had seen in the old photograph. Emma couldn't speak. The man looked at her, his eyes filled with tears. "Emma," she finally whispered. "Dad." For a few seconds, neither of them moved. Then Daniel opened his arms. Emma walked toward him, and they hugged. She didn't ask questions, not yet. She didn't need to. For the first time, she simply wanted to be there. After a while, they sat outside the small house. Daniel told her everything. He told her why he had disappeared. He told her why he couldn't come home. He told her about the people who had been looking for him. And he told her that he had never stopped thinking about her. Emma listened quietly. Then she asked one simple question. "Why didn't you come back when it was safe?" Daniel looked at the lake. "Because I was afraid. I thought staying away would protect you, but I didn't understand something. Sometimes, trying to protect someone can also hurt them." Emma looked at him. "I was angry with you for many years. I know. But now, I understand." Daniel smiled, and Emma realized something. She had spent so many years waiting for an answer, but sometimes the answer was not hidden in a big secret. Sometimes it was hidden in a simple truth. People can make mistakes. People can be afraid. People can leave. but love can remain. Emma looked at the morning sky. The sun was shining over the lake. Everything felt peaceful now. She thought about the first letter. If you are reading this, I am already gone. She smiled. Her father was not gone. He was right there. And for the first time, Emma felt that a part of her life had finally come home. Maybe you don't understand every English word in this story, and that's okay. You don't need to understand everything on your first listen. Just listen again. Listen slowly. Notice the words you already understand. Then listen again tomorrow. Little by little, your brain will become more comfortable with English. You will start understanding sentences without translating every word. And one day, you may listen to an English conversation and realize that you understand it naturally. That's how English grows, not in one day, but little by little. So tonight, you didn't just listen to a story, you practiced English. You listened to simple sentences, you learned new expressions, and you trained your ears to understand English naturally. Now, take a deep breath, relax, and remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep listening. Good night, and keep learning English.